Well, everyone, the iPad Air M3 model, aka the iPad Air 7, has just came out, and I wanted to go and make a quick tutorial on exactly how to use this particular iPad. Now, luckily for you, iPads are very basic types of devices to use, but there's so much capability behind them. I'm massive fans of them. So we'll take a look at it throughout this whole entire video. First things first, though, the biggest thing I'd always recommend people to do is to put some sort of case and some sort of screen protector on their device. The last thing you want to do is to go ahead and have your device already kind of scratched up or messed up in some ways. And the best way to go and kind of circumvent this is to just go through and just make sure you have put some sort of case or screen protector on your device. So try doing that. Like I said, that's kind of the first thing I'd recommend doing. So once you do that, then you can kind of move on. Now on the front side, you're either getting an 11-inch model or a 13-inch model, just depending on which type of device you end up picking up. On looking around the display, you're basically getting a front-facing camera, which is going to be in center. So you're going to be able to see a front-facing camera somewhere. It's going to be landscape, so either here or here, depending on how you're holding it. You're going to have bezels on the side too, nothing super crazy. On the top side, if you're looking at it this way, you just have the volume buttons right here. You'll also have the capability of basically going through and having this little accessory port here. You can connect your Apple Pencil and stuff right here. On the top left, you're going to get your power button right here, which supports Touch ID, as well as some speakers. On the bottom, you're getting basically nothing, so there's nothing at the bottom. And at the other side, you're basically getting your USB Type-C port. So you can go ahead and plug in your USB Type-C port, and you have your speakers right here too, which is another really cool thing. On the back side, I know it's really hard to see. On the back side, you're basically getting your camera setup in the top left, your Apple logo, and then you're getting this another accessory port. This will be nice if you're trying to connect certain Apple accessories that are supported on your iPad Air M3. So you can go through and kind of use this as well, and that is kind of another cool thing you have the option of kind of using. Now going back to the front, you have a couple of different ways to turn on your iPad. You can either turn on your iPad by tapping onto the display, just like this, or you can click on the power button. So wherever that power button is, you can just click on it, and you're going to be able to power it on. Now typically I like my iPad, I like holding my iPad this way, but you can use it whichever way you want to. Now on the lock screen, you'll have a few things. You'll have your control center in the top right, so if you swipe down from your control center where the time is kind of up there, you're going to be able to see all this stuff. You can quickly use these hot toggles, and we'll talk about these in a second. You can just tap anywhere to move out of it. Now you're also going to see your date and your time right here. This is going to be really cool because you can just quickly see any of your date and time. You can just kind of move around with it, and then any notifications you have will show up right here. So if you're getting a certain notification, you can see it right here. If you're getting a call or a message or something like that, all that stuff will show up right here. Now, if you want to, you can also just hold down onto the display like this, and you're going to basically be able to go through and customize your home screen. So if you want to, you can just kind of swipe through, and you can choose a different type of home screen if you want to choose it. And this is something that's actually very cool. So you can kind of go around, choose whichever type of device you want to go and kind of use in this particular example. So that is in and of itself another really cool thing kind of going on here in this particular situation. So what you can also do is you can click on the customize button, and this will allow you to go and customize your lock screen further. You can change your font up here. You can change your layout of everything, your wallpaper style if you have a stock one. You can add widgets to the side too. So there's a lot of cool stuff you have the capability of doing here. And like I said, I for one, I'm a really big fan of this type of capability when it comes down to it. Now clicking on done in the top right, you can go ahead and swipe up, and you'll basically come into this page. Now what you'll see is you'll see a bunch of other stuff. You'll see all your app icons, you'll see your widgets, you'll see your dock at the bottom, and you can see that you can scroll through between the pages. At the top, you'll have your date and your time again. This is your notification bar, your status bar. If you swipe down from here, you'll come back into your page that looks just like your lock screen. So you can quickly see notifications and all that stuff. You can swipe back up to get out of it. In the top right, you're going to be able to see your time and your battery life. So you can swipe down from your time and your battery life in the top right, and then you'll see this page. So now what you can do is you can just go and see this page as you normally would. You'll see your airplane mode and all that stuff, your brightness, your sound, and then all these toggles right at the bottom. So this is actually something that's really, really cool as well. So you can kind of go through and just kind of customize your particular toggles if you want to by clicking in the plus button right up here. And you can move these toggles around, you can delete some toggles, you can just have a bunch of fun with it, and that is actually something that's really, really cool. So you can go and kind of come into here and you can just swipe up when it comes down to it. Now these widgets and app icons you can go and move around as well. If you don't like a widget, you can just hold down on a widget here, you can move it around, you can go ahead and delete it, you can remove it, and that is kind of the capability you have there. Same exact thing with these app icons. You can go through and move around these app icons if you want to. You can change them wherever way you want to go, and that is kind of something else that you have the option of kind of doing here too. Then you have your dock at the bottom, which will allow you to have a bunch of other things right here too. Now, you can see that you have all these other pages and everything, which is really, really nice. So that is kind of something. And then if you swipe all the way to the end, you'll see this page, which is just more toggles and stuff that you can delete if you want to. Now, if you want to, you can also go through and you can go ahead and start opening up applications. So some of the applications make sense. The FaceTime application will allow you to set up FaceTime. If you go and kind of come into here, you can go and kind of hop out here. I don't know why it's taking so long. You can go and open up Safari browser if you want to open up your internet. You can go and do FaceTime. You can do messages if you want to message people, so on and so forth. You'll have a lot of different options that way too. But if you're ever in an application, if you want to get out of it, you just swipe up and you come back home. So whatever app you're in, just swipe up, just like this. Just swipe up and come back home. So that is kind of the capability you have there. You can just continue to just swipe up, and that is kind of the thing that you can kind of do there. So that is somewhat of an advantage there, and that's something I like doing and seeing. Now, what you can do there too is if you want to kind of swipe between the applications you've already opened, you can also just kind of go through and you can just grab this bar and you can just swipe between these applications like this. So you can go through and just swipe between these apps, and that is something that's actually really nice. So you can just kind of go through and just swipe between these applications like this, and that is kind of the nice thing you can kind of do there. So that's exactly what I'd recommend doing in this particular situation, is to just swipe through and just kind of do it that way. Now what you can also do is you can essentially swipe up from the side and you can come into this page. So this is also all your applications you currently have inside of your particular device. So these include things like any application that you just opened. What you can also do is you can go through and you can swipe up from the bottom just like this, and you can actually go and start clearing out and basically deleting your particular device, or not deleting your device, deleting these applications from the background RAM. So this is not removing or deleting the application. This is just clearing out this particular application from the RAM. If you open it up again, it'll still be there. So all your data and everything's there. It's just clearing it up from having it in the background. Now, one other application I'd recommend every single person to get used to is the settings application. So what I'd recommend doing here is going inside of your settings application just like this, and you'll come into this page. Now what this page is going to do is it's going to show you a bunch of different settings. If you ever are looking for a specific setting or anything like that, you can go ahead and click on your search bar at the very top, and you can go through and you can find your search bar and you can start searching for certain settings. So this is going to be something that's really cool because you can start seeing all the settings you have inside of your device, and that is something that's actually very, very nice in and of itself. So go through, just tap it up into here, and you can go through and just basically find your search bar and your search settings. Now at this point, what you can do as well is you can go through and start scrolling through all your settings. So what you can do is you'll find all these different settings over here. You have your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, general settings, notifications, all these other settings. So I'd recommend going through here and just kind of getting used to it. But a big thing is this general settings. If you're wanting to, click on general, click on software update, and this is going to be a software update panel. And if there is an update available for your iPad, then you're going to be able to go through and essentially update your iPad. This is going to be one of the most important things you can do because updating your device is a really important thing. All the bug fixes, all the updates, all the improvements will come through in this particular page. So you can go through here and update your particular iPad this way, and that's another major thing I'd recommend people to do as well. So from that side, that pretty much covers it up. One of the last things I want to show you too is to restart your iPad. So if you ever want to power it off, you can go ahead, and you don't have to power it off, but if you want to, you have two different ways. You can hold the power button and the volume down button at the exact same time, and you can wait for your iPad to basically just restart. Or what you can also do is just swipe down from the top right, hold down on this power button right up here, and you can also slide the power off as well. Those are basically the main ways to go ahead and how to use your iPad M3 model, iPad Air M3 model. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.